Hello and welcome to From Scratch to Finish. Today we are going to make some toilet fizzies to help clean our toilets, and I got this recipe from prettyprovidence.com, and let's get started. So we are going to need a cup of baking soda, a cup of baking soda, I buy baking soda in bulk because I use it for just about everything. 1/4 cup of citric acid. Now citric acid is found or can be found in the canning section of your grocery store. And back to the baking soda. The baking soda is good to get out smells. So that's really good, a good thing to have for toilet fizzies. Citric acid is in clumps, which we will get out in just a second. Let me break it apart so it'll come out easier. There we go. All right. 1/4 cup of citric acid, and that really makes me want to cough. All right. So we need to whisk or stir it together with a fork to get out the big clumps. I definitely had some big clumps in my citric acid. And then we are going to put this off to the side. So those are our dry ingredients, the cup of baking soda and 1/4 cup of citric acid. Now we are going to mix together our wet ingredients, which is 1/2 teaspoon of white vinegar, and then 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide. Make sure I've opened this one. Nope, brand new. Get this seal off. All right, so a tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide. Now we are going to combine the wet into the dry very slowly. Okay, if we do it too quickly, the chemical reaction that we want to happen when we drop the fizzy into the toilet will take place now instead of later. So we're going to just drop some. It is creating fizz, but we don't want it to take place all at once and ruin the fizz for later. So we're just dropping a little bit at a time. If you dropped it all at once, it would fizz all over the place and create a humongous mess. The time it takes to drop it little by little makes me a bit impatient. I really want to just dump it all in there, but I know that I can't because I'll ruin the whole thing. Okay. So we're done with the liquid part. It is put all in. All right. Now we are going to add some Young Living essential oil just for scent, but lemon, the reason I'm using lemon is it's a very good cleaner. It also gets out smell, the unwanted smells. So I'm going to add about 20 drops of my lemon Young Living essential oil. I can find where the drops come out. They are not wanting to come out. All right. Just going to stir it all together. And I'm going to use a half teaspoon scoop to measure out, and then we are going to gently place them, our scoops, into these candy molds. I have some stars, hearts, shells. I'm going to start with the hearts and shells first just because they will probably be easier to get them out of. Now, I'm using a half a teaspoon to fill the candy molds. We don't want to fill them completely because they are going to expand. Once you have filled the mold, then you're going to press it down gently with your fingers. Of course, I'm still making a mess even though I'm using a scoop. I don't feel like that is enough to fill the mold. I know it's going to expand, but I don't think it's going to expand that much. So I'm going to make it a teaspoon in each. I sure do make a mess. I'll scoop it out and then press it down in a minute. Now, I don't use these toilet fizzies to make it easier on myself, because my kids are old enough that they can clean the bathroom. So I actually make them to make it a little bit easier on them. So all they have to do is throw one of the toilet fizzies in and then clean it. A little hard to fit your fingers in there if your nails are long, just to let you know. Let me use my thumbs. My thumbnails won't get in the way. I feel like some of them need just a little bit more. I won't make you sit here with me while I do the shells, but I will come back and show you what they look like. You need to let them sit at least 6 hours or overnight so they dry. And then you pop them out and let them stay in a sealed jar near the toilet if you want. Make sure they do not get in the hands of little ones. And once these are done, I will come back and show you what they look like, and I will drop one in the toilet for you so you see how they work and fizz. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow. Okay, so we were only supposed to leave these in here maybe overnight, but I did not have my tripod, so they have been, these fizzies, toilet fizzies have been in the molds for a week. So we are just going to pop these out. The back sides aren't pretty, but the front sides are, that were in the mold. But it doesn't really matter how pretty they are because they're going to be popped in the toilet to clean. Alright, so that's what the stars look like. And then we have some shells. And hearts. So let's head to the bathroom and see what these things do when put in the toilet. All right, guys, so I'm gonna plop one in. And as you see, the bubbles will start to fizz. And once it's done, you take your scrubby brush and scrub all around. Okay, so once you have all of your toilet fizzies popped out, you need to get a mason jar or something that has a tight seal, and you just store them in your jar. Where on Pinterest, where I got the recipe from, it said that you could store them right beside your toilet. However, I found that my bathroom gets too much moisture and then they'll start to stick together. So I keep them in another room, but keep them in a sealed tight jar and you're ready to go. All right, that is how to make toilet fizzies to clean your toilet from scratch to finish. Thanks, have a great day.